In a world full of boring marketing misfits, get ready for the ride of your life with Dean Holland in The Drive.
Good morning and welcome to another episode of The Drive. Dean Holland here, and I feel a little tired this morning. So yesterday, a few things that we were working on in the office and that I was working on yesterday evening didn't quite go to plan, and so I actually ended up working at the office last night until around about, I think it was around about 12:30, 30 minutes past midnight. And then got home, chilled out for half an hour or so, and then went to bed. So then got up this morning, so I only had about 5-6 hours sleep, something like that. So obviously it's taken me a bit of time to wake up this morning, but the sun is shining. And really, I guess we can take something from last night. It actually took me back, as I think about it, it took me back to when I was first starting my business, when I was in those earlier stages. Nowadays, to be honest, where my business and company's at now, I don't generally have to work that late. I put in a lot of work because I'm very passionate and I love what I do. I don't have to work as many hours as I do, but I'm very passionate about the mission we're on to help 100,000 entrepreneurs to start and grow their business using the internet. And that drives me, the success of my clients and partners and affiliates, that drives me. But generally speaking, I don't have to do these really late nights anymore. But there was a time when I did. And the reason that I did used to have to is because I had to utilize the time I had. And I really want to just talk about this morning on today's drive, because there's a chance that you're listening to this or watching this, and perhaps you're in the earlier stages of your business right now. Perhaps you don't yet see too much happening. Perhaps the results aren't yet there and you feel like you're putting in all the work. Well, I could take you back to a time where that was exactly the same for me. And the bottom line is that really, in terms of growing our businesses, we generally have two things, and we generally have to utilize both of them, okay? One is time and one is money. Now, money can be leveraged to reduce the time, but you only have so much time available, okay? So let's just take you back to when I was in the earlier stages of my business, and we're stopping at a train line. Again, my daily train line that seems to catch me every day. But anyway, at least we get to kind of just stop here and talk. So let me take you back to, I won't go as far back as 2004, 2005, 2006. Those were the years when I was really stuck and struggling and I was losing tens of thousands of dollars. I ended up in a horrific amount of debt. But let me take you back to 2008, towards the end of 2008, that's when I actually joined a coaching program, got a mentor, and started to actually see results towards the end of that year. And then about 8 months later, in July of the following year, I was able to quit my job. Now, before I quit my job though, my routine was kind of like this. I would get up around about 6 or 5:30. I had a Labrador dog at that stage, so I used to walk him, then obviously put him back in the house, get in the car and commute to work. Now, it was around about 25 miles away, which at that time of day would take me almost an hour. So I'd leave about 6:30. I'd arrive there in time to start at 7:30. Then I'd work all day till 5. But during the day, when I'd have like my lunch and things like this, I would get on the computer in my office. Because I actually had a computer in my warehouse thing that I was working in at this construction company to place orders of stock. And so I'd go online and I'd check my emails and I'd do what I could, and I'd get on the Warrior Forum, and towards the end of 2008 I also started my blog at deanholland.com, which we recently revamped. And then basically I'd do what I could in the day, in the spare bits of time that I had, to help take my business forwards. And then I'd finish work at 5, get home for about 6, walk my dog, have some dinner. It'd read probably around about 8:30 by about this time in the evening, and then I'd get on the computer again, which was actually in my bedroom. And so you'd often find me literally like 5 nights a week sat at the computer from around about 8:30 in the evening, often till like 1, 2, 3 a.m. and then get like 3, 4, 5 hours sleep depending on what time I'd finish there, and repeat that cycle every single day. And then at the weekends I'd spend even more time at the computer. Now there's a reason for that. The reason is that I was serious about getting the results. I was serious about starting and growing a business online. And so the only thing that I really had then, because of all the debt I was in, I didn't have money. Yes, I had a job, but my money was going towards paying my debts. I had nothing left every month. And so I only had time. So time was the only investment I could put in. So the more investment that I could put in of my time, because that was my only currency, the sooner I would move my business forwards, the faster I would move my business forwards, because I was now working on the right things. And it just reminded me of that last night, having to hustle late, having to put in those late nights, because it was needed. You know, and in your business, no matter where you're at, there's going to be times where you need to put in more time, more effort. You know, invest more of whatever currency you have. You know, and as I said, you know, money can be used and leveraged to shorten that time scale down, to shorten that path. You know, money can be used in ways like getting a mentor. A mentor is one of the biggest shortcuts you could ever have. Money can be used to buy traffic, therefore shortening the curve of generating leads, generating sales, compared to going the free path. Money can be leveraged in a whole manner of ways, to speed up the growth of your business, okay, and shorten that path from where you are to where you want to be. And so I really want to leave you with that thought today, that at times, are you willing to do what it takes? At times, are you willing to put in extra, even when you're exhausted, even when you're shattered, even when all you really want to do is go home and have a meal and see your husband, your wife, your spouse, whoever it may be? You know, that's what it takes sometimes. And it won't always be that way. As I say, right now, it's on the odd occasion that it's required. Back then, every night was a requirement to make that happen and do that. Okay? So be under no illusions. Building a business, it takes work. Building a business, it takes your investment. And as I say, you've got to use the currency you have at your disposal. If it's only time, you put in as much of that as you can. If you've got money, or you can be resourceful to get it, that can be the biggest currency to shortcut your path there. You know, you only have so many hours in a day, but you've got to invest whatever currency you have, time, money, both. All right, and I'll leave you with that thought. Near the office now, obviously we stopped at the train line for a while. I hope that message comes at a good time for you. It's 8:30 in the morning here, back to the office, back on it. We're actually finishing up. Yesterday we actually recorded the front end sales video for our new funnel for the perfect offer. Not entirely sure I'm 100% happy with what we've done, so I'm waiting for Adam to work his magic on it and see what it looks like. But I think I'm going to create a second version, and then we'll split test them. And then we've also got 2 upsells and 1 downsell video to record as well, which I'll probably do those today. Yeah, no doubt I'll do those today. So we should have, by tomorrow, the sales videos done for the funnel. I'm also sending off all the materials to actually be put on the USB stick for the perfect offer, because it's actually going on a physical product. A USB stick is going on a 4 gig USB stick. So we've designed the cover. It's actually going in like a DVD style case, like a plastic case. So we've designed the cover. We're designing some inserts to go into it, like flyers, leaflets, postcards to go inside. And yeah, so we're just finishing all that up today. So should see huge progress over the next 24 hours for the perfect offer sales funnel. So no doubt I'll update you on that tomorrow in another edition of The Drive. Until then, take care, have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon.